Kia ora, ko Ariana toku ingoa, ko manaia te maunga, ko horahora te awa, ko ngunguru te marae, ko mahanga toku whānau, tēnā koutou.
And Ariana, how did you get into football? Did you grow up playing in a girls' league?
No, so when I grew up, I was more of like a multi-sport type thing. So I played touch and netball. Kind of never thought that I'd be coordinated enough to play football. So I think I must have been like year 6 and the boys team needed a fill-in. And so I was like, oh, well, like I can play. And then suddenly like 2 weeks later I was joining like a club and playing like in a girls only league, but there was probably only like 10 or 11 of us, so we kind of only just had enough to build a team, but yeah.
And you represent Māori football on the field. What does this sort of mean to you to represent your culture?
It is amazing, and it's kind of something that you can't really describe to anyone else. Like I guess when I debuted, I don't think, because I was quite young, so I would have been probably 15. So I didn't really understand like what it meant to be Māori, or I didn't embrace my culture at all, because obviously I'm a little bit on the paler side. So I kind of didn't think I was Māori because I wasn't brown. I didn't think I was brown enough to be Māori, but being embraced in a place where I love playing football on the field, I can embrace my culture as well.
And do you sort of see yourself as a role model for other Māori?
Yes, I would say definitely. Obviously growing up and playing from a young age, and then obviously starting the Māori program quite young, I was fortunate enough to be taken under by other senior women's players, and then I feel like I kind of found my own feet and was grounded enough to be able to bring up the now youngins through the women's space. So I think that's, yeah.
And what does it mean for your whānau for you to be, representing Māori football?
I think it's wicked, and since like the last 12 months we've obviously gone to the world stage, which we didn't think would be possible. So my only hope is that I make my parents and my family proud. Yeah.
And speaking of the world stage, you went to Fiji with the Māori Football senior women's team. How important was that sort of exchange of culture between you and the Fijian team?
It was amazing. It was so beautiful. Oh my god, I could cry thinking about it. It was definitely important to embrace obviously the differences but also the similarities in our culture. They were such beautiful people, and just watching how they operate within the team and with each other and coaching staff, but also how they were able to come out onto the pitch and still give us a good run. I definitely saw the similarities with how hard they worked and how much pride they took place in their culture like we do, on and off the field, so it was very cool.
And yeah, that must have been sort of a highlight for your Māori football career, going to Fiji. Do you have any other highlights that you want to share?
I went to Hawaii last year with the under 20s. Originally went on as coaching staff, however due to injury and lots of other things, I had to take the field for a few games, and also captain the side, so it was very cool being able to share my knowledge, which I don't think there is a lot because I'm so young still, but being able to give my knowledge to technically the young ones, but also be able to meet the Hawaiians and stuff like that is very cool.
So you're a police officer outside of football. How has this shaped you as a person?
I definitely think it's changed me for the better. It made me mature pretty quickly. Where I work in Lower Hutt, it's probably one of the busiest stations in New Zealand, so we're constantly under the pump, and you see everything and anything under the sun. I definitely think it's made me feel a bit more grateful for the things and kind of teams and people that I'm surrounded by. I'm definitely way more grateful for them, and I think from a young age I definitely took this like safe spaces and everything to do with football for granted, when actually not every day is guaranteed. So I definitely think I've changed as a person to be more grateful for the little things, but also these opportunities that are given.
You were also involved in the launch of Kutuitui. What is Kutuitui, and why do you think it's important for tamariki to be supported in football?
So Kutuitui is a Te Ao Māori space where it involves tamariki learning about Te Ao Māori and having a greater understanding in a safe environment, but also bringing in the football side, so kind of breaks up but also gives it kind of like a home feeling. It's very important for tamariki to be involved in football and like have that practical and physical element, but also to have a safe space where they can embrace their te ao Māori in a safe space where they're understood and heard is very important. Yeah.
And final question, what are your hopes for the next year?
I hope to still be playing on the world stage and hopefully get more countries involved so we could do like a little try series or like a mini World Cup. I definitely hope that I'm still coaching and being able to give my knowledge to the littlies. There's a little bit in my noggin, so it would be nice to give back to what coaches gave to me when I was first starting.
Cool. Thank you so much, Ariana.
Thank you.